Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs technical support team. In this series, you will learn how to integrate with PayTabs through our PT2 API endpoints. Throughout the series, we will walk you through the second integration type, which is the invoices. And for the purpose of this series, we have created a very simple Laravel project to walk you through the integration process. But feel free to follow the steps in this series with your own project, whatever the programming language or the frameworks used to integrate with PayTabs. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn more about one of our follow-up transactions, which is the refund transaction. So, let's get started. The first thing you should know is that you can find the full documentation for this part inside PayTabs support portal under the article called the Invoices APIs Integration Manual. From the integration manual, if we navigate it down here to step 7, which is manage transactions, you will see that this step is fully dedicated to manage your already existing transactions. So whenever you have created a transaction and you want to do a follow-up transaction to this, like refund it or cancel the invoice, maybe capture or void, this is the step that's dedicated to this part. So for this part, we're going to learn about the refund transactions. If you want to learn more about the transaction types and the differences between them, you can check our solution article over here, what is transaction type. So over here, if we navigate to part 4, which is the refund transaction, you will see that the refund transaction is a very simple request or a very simple detail request payload that all that is required or the addition required is the transaction reference. You will use the 7 required parameter normally, and in addition you will use the transaction reference that you want to refund. If we navigate it to our code over here, you will see that we just created this normally. Our 7 required parameter, profile ID, transaction type of course needs to be refund, transaction class, card ID, card currency, card amount, and card description. The card amount is the amount that will be refunded. So as you know, you can do a full refund by refunding the full amount, and in this case you'll need to provide all the card amount, all the transaction amount and the card amount. And if you want to do just a partial refund, you also will specify this amount inside the card amount in addition to the transaction reference. The next thing you need to know is that refund can only be done upon sale transactions or captured transactions. So we need to either create an auth transaction, then capture it, then refund it, or we just can create a sale transaction like that, and once it's initiated we will be able to refund it. So this is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to my invoice page over here, going to create the simple invoice, choose PayTabs. I'm going to proceed to payment. Once I click pay now, I'm going to fulfill this payment using one of my test cards, just like that. Possibly everything is okay. The transaction type is authorized. Let's make sure that it's type of sale. I can see here in my callback the transaction type is sale. Now I can take this transaction reference, I go to my other view and provide the transaction reference, and of course the refund amount. As we said, the refund amount is the amount that will be sent over here inside the cart amount. This is the amount will be refunded from the transaction. You can either choose to refund the full amount or you can choose to refund a partial amount of this amount. So again, I'm going to just refund 50% of the amount, which is 30 Egyptian pound. Let's just fill out this again. Let's just choose the 30 Egyptian pound and click refund. Once the refund is done, you will see that I have here a successful transaction. It has the type of refund, it has the amount of 30, and if you get back to your transaction panel inside your merchant dashboard over here, you will see that you have a sale transaction, and this sale transaction has been refunded over here. As you can see over here, this is the invoice, it has been refunded. This is the refund transaction over here. This is the previous transaction, and of course you can receive all these details inside your callback. This is simply how you do a refund using our APIs and our invoices integration type. And now we can move to the next part.